you need to know the application. If you work in a existing application, it is getting enhanced, right? And you are the product owner, make sure you know the application as much as possible, what is currently built, what is currently already developed. Then you will be productive to enhance or the add new feature on top of the existing platform. Any question on it? No. If any time in the journey, in your project, if someone find out that you are not engaging how the application currently is working, and they will immediately find out that whatever user story you'll be writing, those are not actually right user story, because even you do not understand.
So before writing the user story, I have to know the application as much as I can.
Correct. At least instead of the whole application, similar. The what to write this user story, what is the dependency I need? What other feature I'm going to touch? Make sense? Instead of like the whole application, it's time consuming. So at least your consideration has to be to write the user story, what is the dependency? On that dependency, what is the other dependency? It will be so in some point you'll find out something. And writing user story, it takes time a little bit in the beginning. It takes time to get used to it. Eventually, once you grasp on it, you're good. Okay. So once this part is done, now you can try it out. Now you know now the CloudOps engineer deploy this. It can be in the development computer. That's fine. Developer can show from his computer. That's fine. Once the deployment is done by the CloudOps team, now the QA actually do the testing. The QA can have their own team, but they actually start coming to the testing. For this part, you have nothing to do really. You see it is working just fine. You just need to know this is the endpoint. If someone say for this user story, you can actually update. Once it is done, you can actually either you can update the endpoint on your user story, or the developer can update, or everybody can actually provide the Swagger link. Everyone can directly provide the Swagger link. Hey, this is the Swagger link for the user story. You guys got the idea? Any question on it? Okay, so now how these things work? Let's go do some. I think I did it last time. You guys did not see that, right? So let's look at this. Let's look at this one. So test on the app or the desktop app, right? We have a both, right?
Yes.
The mobile app or the web. Look at this. No, this is the test on the app, mobile app or the desktop app. Look at this. So the same API we are getting developed. The developer, the mobile app developer will be actually consume on the mobile app code base. Mobile app need to be code as well. Mobile app code is Android Studio or the Swift iOS, which is the Apple, the programming language. Also, there are third-party application as well, which is like the Flutter, that's developed by the Google. Yes. Yes. So when you develop the Android, then you are just producing one app, only the Android version. When you write the code, when the mobile app developer write the code for the Swift, I mean the iOS, then he produce only one app, which is iOS. But now the industry is shifting. There is another programming language which is called the Flutter. When you use the Flutter, you write the code one time, but you are actually generating the two apps.
For Android and Apple.
Yes. So now you need to know what is that they are using. In our environment, we use actually the React Native.
That is just an alternative for Flutter?
Yeah, not the alternative, another one.
Okay.
It's called the React Native. React Native does the same thing. You write one code base, it produces two apps. So you learn this. Any question on it?
Can you repeat that? Write one code base. Wait, what is it called? React Native?
Yes, the React Native. React Native is the code base. It is JavaScript.
Code for JavaScript. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, you said
So the app developer, so you need a React developer now. Literally, whenever you hear the Android, so you will know that, oh, I need the Android developer. When you hear the Android, means the native. Native means you are actually writing the code. Developer write the code with Android. When you hear the iOS Swift, so you hear the Apple developer. This guy know. When you hear the Flutter, you already know this guy is a cross developer. Means he's writing the code one time, code is going, code is producing too. When you hear the React, means the JavaScript developer. He's writing the code one, he's producing two apps. Good? Any question on it? Any question on it?
No.
question.
Can you, do you have this, can you just send this, what do you call this? This,
No, I do not want to
code
send
diagram.
it. I do not want to send it. I want you guys to actually hand draw nowadays. We're going to the different ball game now, slowly. If I teach you this, you should be able to do this. It's understanding on your head. So based on the API is developed, this developer actually take the same endpoint. Where is the endpoint? He takes the same endpoint. Yep. And then he actually develop here. You don't need to worry. All you need to pass him this endpoint. That's it. But if he's in the chat group, you don't need to worry about anything. All you need to know what user story he's working. That's it.
So either you said something like, either you update the endpoint or you give them the link.
You do not update the endpoint. Good question. Update the endpoint by the backend developer, not you.
Okay.
Good. You just give them this.
Just the link.
Yes. Or if
Link.
everyone has the the Swagger link, that's it. If somebody does not have it, just provide them link available.
And then I'm just watching.
Right. You're watching, then everything has to be on the sprint.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
So,
we cannot change the endpoint
no, you cannot.
before. Well, that's from the backend, right?
Yes, you cannot change them.
Okay.
If endpoint need to be changed, there has to be, this is the engineering work, not your work. Endpoint changes based on their feedback. Good. Endpoint will be changed if the user story is changed. Good.
Yes.
Okay. So now look at the mobile and the desktop app, they literally directly hit the backend, mean the your API. Backend means this. Good. This Swagger is the backend. So this will be question. The mobile and the desktop app, they directly consume the API to connect with the backend. So when you do anything from our mobile app, it actually hit our backend. Good. The backend is hitting the database. Look at this. I just made it high level, right?
Yes. So what is like there's two versions. Why do you have like 3 lines here?
Where 3 line?
Like,
this 3 line?
yeah.
I just give an example.
Oh, okay.
Take the user story. Let's say user story or the endpoint.
Okay.
Just give an example. That's it. Nothing else. But the mobile app and the desktop app, they actually consume the endpoint API based on the user story that the backend developer has developed. And then the backend, that's the actually is working just fine. This is the infrastructure. Any question? Now come to the front end. The admin panel, as per your admin or the user portal, look at this, that's the different. Staging web. Look at the web.
Frontend web.
Yes, front end web. Test, staging, and production. It's an example. So when you type something on your browser, actually it goes to the test environment.
Test environment.
It's called the web. And the test environment is connected with the backend. And the backend is connected with the database. So this is actually the server. In this server, there is a web server installed. That is called the Nginx. Yes. Is this not your scope? Just to know the front end works, front end need to be served by the special software. That software name is web server. Nginx Apache. Okay, that's it. You have
It
to
can have many different names, right?
many other web server name software.
Okay.
It is not the different name. Web server is a software. The software